Pop sensation when he was 18. Christina Aguilera, who won a Grammy at the age of 19, was giving off a down-and-dirty diva attitude by the age of 22. Unlike any other, she has won numerous accolades, including her first Grammy for Best New Artist in 2000. Oh, come on, Christina Aguilera is the best new artist. She has an incredible collection of accolades, including Billboard prizes and MTV VMAs. For many years, Christina has drawn attention and filled trophy cases. Her cabinets are overflowing with international recognition. Latin Grammys 2010. We therefore proclaim this to be Hollywood's Christina Aguilera Day. However, believe me when I say that her crazy ascent was anything from easy. Fashion police and critics attempted to call her a Britney impersonator. They pulled her along with the fads of the day. However, did Christina really take it lying down? She clapped back, taking full responsibility for every scandal and killing it on stage. Despite everything that has happened to her, this incredible talent has delivered like a queen. Hold on tight, for Christina's narrative will take you on a crazy journey filled with passion, conflict, and everything in between. Let's go back to the late 1990s, when pop stars were appearing on the scene more quickly than you could hang a poster on the wall of your bedroom. But wait, in the midst of all that boy band craziness, one voice stunned everyone. And I'm referring to a voice so strong that a single note might take your breath away. You are aware that I am referring to Christina Aguilera. Therefore, don't be duped by genie in a bottle's sugary sweetness. However, the climb to stardom that was anything but glitter and gold was accompanied by a roller coaster of personal problems, family conflict, and hit singles. Prior to becoming Christina, the pop powerhouse Christina Aguilera lived in Staten Island, New York, just like any other child. However, let's clarify one issue. This was hardly a glittering, microphone-wielding, fairy tale childhood. Oh no, Christina's early years were more akin to a scene from a daytime drama where her father is the main focus. Fausto Aguilera served in the United States Army. His service was impressive, yet beyond the flawless front, he was anything but. The Aguilera home served as more of a battlefield than a haven. Christina hasn't held back from sharing details of the emotional and physical violence that plagued her early years, describing a household where her father's fury was the unwanted visitor that wouldn't go away. Christina, who is only 7 years old, was caught in the crossfire of her parents' turbulent divorce. She ran away to Pennsylvania with her mother Shelley Carnes and younger sister Rachel. Before you think it was all doom and gloom, remember that Christina wasn't about to let a rocky start mute her melody with a voice that could outsing the sirens. The shadows of her past practically choreographed her every move, influencing not only her powerful tracks but also her fortress-like privacy. Christina was more than a depressed young child who was glued to her hairbrush. She quickly earned a golden ticket to join the Mickey Mouse Club after becoming the star of local talent events by the age of 8. Yes, it is correct. Our girl was hanging out with Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake, transforming what might have been a soba tale from her early years into a sensational ascent to fame. Discuss a story twist. However, Christina always had something else, something more raw, even if she was a member of this wholesome team. Britney and Justin were all smiles and smooth movements, but Christina had a raspy edge that suggested something more than simply catchy songs. People were still shaking their heads in shock at her voice. Who was this little kid with the diva's voice? Fast forward to 1999. When Christina releases the track that would launch her to worldwide success, she is just out of her teens. A genie in a bottle. There was the track everywhere. You couldn't have avoided it if you were still breathing at the time. However, Christina was quietly creating history while the rest of us were busy moving to the enticing sounds. Her seductive, powerful, and mature voice distinguished her from the typical pop star stereotype. Behind the scenes, however, things weren't all sunshine and roses. Aguilera wasn't satisfied with being simply another stereotypical pop princess, she was a juggernaut waiting to be unleashed. No, she wanted to take control of her individuality, which meant shedding the bubblegum persona her label was creating. Conflicts with her management resulted from this need for control, but it also inspired some of her most iconic pieces. You would be completely mistaken if you believed that Genie in a Bottle was Christina's best work. She totally transformed herself in 2002 with the release of her second album, Stringed. And let's just say that jaws fell to the ground. The sweet music and gorgeous clothes were no longer there. Enter Xena, who has the most unrepentant attitude imaginable and chap piercings. Beautiful, Dirty and Fighter were among the highlights from this album, but it wasn't just her music that made a difference. At last, Christina felt comfortable expressing her true self, including her sexuality and all of her shortcomings. Whether people liked or disliked the new Christina, it was obvious that she was here to stay. While everyone else was busy clutching their pearls, Christina was enjoying the freedom to show the world who she truly is. As you know, Christina Aguilera never settles for less than perfection, and her personal life was no exception. Beautiful became an anthem for self-acceptance, and Dirty made headlines for being well dirty. In 2005, Christina marries a music executive. Brat man, Jordan. It briefly appeared to be a fairy tale. She was grinning as the paparazzi took shots of her. The media was consuming it. And everyone exclaimed, "Wow, she's doing it all." Superstar by day, super mom by night, when they welcomed Little Max Leroy and Bratman in 2008. But wait, people, this isn't a Disney princess tale. When 2010 rolled around, the marriage fell apart. Then came the media frenzy, the headlines, and the rumors. However, did Christina allow that to not even somewhat frighten her? Unfortunately, she served some major grace with a dash of sarcasm. She told the world, in her own snarky manner, that sometimes love simply passes. Come on, though, it's Christina. She was not going to sit around sobbing into her platinum albums, as we all knew. No female ever recovered more forcefully. Here comes her attractive fiancé, film producer Matthew Rutler, and their daughter, Summer Rain. Don't wait near the chapel now. Who needs those wedding bells that haven't sounded yet? Christina is living her life to the fullest and establishing her own guidelines. When we thought she would be taking a back seat, she surprised us by appearing on our TV screens as a furious judge on The Voice. Christina, she was a fan favorite for several seasons due to her witty remarks and even more witty talent. But hold on, Christina wouldn't be Christina without a bit more drama, would she? Let's just say that wherever she travels, there is never a prolonged period of calm. Behind the scenes, there were rumors of conflict with fellow judge Adam Levine. And you know, the tabloids ran with that story, but Aguilera remained elegant and kept the drama to a minimum in public. Adam is such a great impersonator, but there are things that we can't see on TV, you can't air the stuff. When she finally left the show, it was on her own terms, and of course, she made the kind of dramatic exit that only a diva could pull off. So where is Christina now? Well, let's just say she's living the life that most of us can only imagine. She currently resides in a $10 million mansion in the affluent Beverly Hills neighborhood. Her spacious property has all the amenities you could want. Has enough room for her enormous wardrobe and a recording studio. Speaking of wealth, Christina is sitting pretty with an estimated net worth of $160 million. You've seen her clothes, right? True enough, $160 million not bad for a girl who began singing in her bedroom as a way to cope with the craziness in her environment. With recent collaborations and concerts, she has also started dabbling in music again, demonstrating that she is far from done. Without a doubt, Christina Aguilera is a pop legend. However, we are certain that she is unpredictable. One thing is for sure, Xena knows how to keep us guessing, whether it's a new album, additional TV appearances, or an unexpected Las Vegas residency. With her talent for reinvention, anything she does next will be nothing short of legendary. What can we learn from Christina Aguilera's turbulent life? She is a fighter, a survivor, and an unquestionable queen. She transformed her early suffering into powerful songs. Triumphed each time she battled for her independence in a famously difficult field. Whether you like her or not, you cannot ignore her influence. She is and always will be a powerful force.